Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. It's my turn. Okay. All week long, I've been looking at things about UFOs and aliens that are demons, and I have come to some observations. First of all, welcome everybody. Got a lot of people early on in the chat. Let me go ahead bring up say hi to Marcel is going to have to watch the replay. Okay. Destic C, DJ Wardove, LA Moon, Diane Boss. Hey, y'all. Okay. And thanks for coming back to the Quantum Show. I have been looking at a lot of this stuff because, you know, there in the paranormal, there's a lot of areas that don't have a lot of material, a lot of verifiable material with authors and uh, l- sources that you can check and quote and make sure you're getting your quote right. Well, there are a lot there's a lot on this topic, okay? I have 2 pages of notes on my screen to go through and a separate page of notes that I began with, and I was like, "You know what? I'm going to end up doing a lot of this." That right there tells me that this is a bit. Why is this such a big topic? Ufology has never been, by the way, this is the Ufology 10 installment, right? Okay. All right. Hey, Renee. And all right, we hear you. You hear me. Good deal. Huh. Welcome back, Renee. Okay. For about a year or so, we have been in the ufology areas, right? We have been hearing a lot about aliens or demons. Okay. They're not. All right, let me say that they are not. You've got aliens, you've got demons. They're not interchangeable, only situationally. Okay. And yeah, I've been okay. There's so much going on in my head about this thing, right? Hey, Joe, welcome back. Thanks for coming by. Samo, what's up? Welcome back to the Quantum Show. Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while here. Okay, so let me go ahead and okay, let me see. What did I write down? There's so much to go over with this topic. Let me tell you. Okay, now there's a part of ufology that not too many people want to talk about. They want to talk about ships, bodies, the documents, the craft, right? That's great. But there's another part, and there's another part that doesn't get a lot of press, and it is the fact that uh, that in a lot of these situations, and this is true, I have looked at a bunch of these things. Elizondo and Grush both say they're demons, right? Or Grush doesn't say they're demons, it says it's possibility of demons. But Lou says they're demons because that's what he's been told to say. And he's kind of like a front runner for mainstream ufology. By the way, I never thought the words mainstream ufology would be a thing. Okay, it would be something you could actually say and it have any credence to it. So there is the part of ufology that not too many people want to talk about is when these people, I'm paraphrasing this, what's his name? What's his name? What is his name? I've got a document up here. Hugh Ross. And oh, okay, check it out. The part of you, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be beating around it so much, but there's a lot of context here, right? The part of ufology is that when the scary events happen to people who are not into this, or even to people who are into this, and they get so scared, they evoke the name and authority of Jesus Christ and it stops. This is true. Okay. I'm not debating that. This is true. So, does that infer that the beings that were doing this to the humans are demonic? No. That is inferring, it's a simplistic view of looking at how evocation and manifestation works. Okay, why does it do anything, right? Well, the idea of Jesus Christ in part of a religion, any part of a religion, has been around for a long time. It has had a lot of followers, and there is power in that name because, first, here's what a lot of people are not realizing, right? That Jesus Christ is our interpretation, whether he was real or not, whether you want to think about that or not, is our interpretation to our connection to source, our Father who art in heaven, Jesus Christ, right? Okay. I was raised Catholic. So the idea, if not the person, the idea of Jesus Christ is our interpretation of our connection to source, aka here, quantum link. All right. I call it the quantum link. Now, when that is evoked, and it is an evocation, right? When that is evoked in any situation, things that are not of that power, not matching up with that frequency, not matching up with that kind of prayer is affected. And I came up with this, excuse me for this simplistic explanation, right? But if you have a shotgun labeled rabbit gun, okay, you take that and you shoot a rabbit, and you're hunting. You shoot a rabbit, it kills a rabbit. You shoot a person, it kills a person. That person must have been a rabbit. They're all rabbits. Anything this thing kills is a rabbit, right? That's incorrect inference of it's wrong. You know, it's a shotgun, okay? Doesn't matter if it says rabbits or what. You don't one is just as affected as the other, even if it says for rabbits, the rabbit gun or whatever. Okay. So the power evoked in the name of Jesus Christ as a defense is good against most things that scare you. Okay. Because it is our well, a lot of hell, me too, right? I believe in it because I can't deny it. I'm not going to deny it, right? There are lots of deities that have power in their name, but Jesus Christ is a big one. Okay. He is one of the main ones that has been around society for a very long time. And his name has been followed by a lot of people. So there is power. Us all being quantum. Okay. There's that hive mind again. Well, how does one person get a shot when another one doesn't? They do. They do. They all do. They've got to believe. That's the belief system. That's faith. Okay. That is where the faith comes in. So does evoking the name of Jesus work against demons? Definitely. Definitely. I have witnessed it. Okay. Does it work against aliens? Yes, according to all accounts, it does. I have not witnessed this, but it the accounts say that it does work. Why does it stop? Well, then they must be demonic. No, they are not human. That we are using our connection to source to defend right now, okay, at any moment, right? When you feel like you need to be defended and you are scared and you turn to your faith, which is your quantum link, we just discussed, I just talked about that, then you're drawing that power from our hive mind, which is our faith taps into that. Okay. I'm talking not our mind, our humans. Okay. Taps into that. And it is stronger than what the being is doing to the human because the human, okay, the human, that's his assigned use or ability, granted access, whatever, to source. All right. That is a lot of people's access to source. They call it God, they call it the force, they call it the universe, whatever you want to say. I'm not really looking at the chat right now. I'm kind of just going on. I need to get these points out before I get them all more jumbled up in my head, right? Now, that is a particular vibration. And I do have a graphic aid here, right? I am going to share this graphic aid about how these other entities can come over here, okay, and be ethereal, be see-through, invisible. They walk through walls and stuff like that, right? They don't seem to be affected by the physics that we understand. By the way, our physics understanding is very incomplete. We have a long way to go because we're literally this is the tangent, right? We are in a box. We are locked in a box. I'm getting some noise here. No, okay. We're locked in a box of this is our physics, right? Now, energy is matter is energy, interchangeably so, one way or another. I have this visual aid, this chart that I made, and I'm going to show it to you right now how I think that things bleed through. This is a representation of the EM spectrum. Okay. Now, this is only a two-dimensional representation. I hope you can all see it. Let me get myself off the screen here. All right. Now, if you look on the right side, you have these long pointed crests and dips, right? Well, I guess side to side squiggles. You have these long pointed ones, right? Now, that is the higher spectrum. I'm going with, see the 10 to the 20th power in the top right, and then over the left 10 to the fourth power in the top left. Okay, you see I noted right there aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, also demons, right? They bleed over. Now, the best explanation I can give is when you listen to a radio show or when you listen to a radio station and you have fine tuning not happening and one station moves into the other one, that's interference. Okay, we consider it interference because it's not what we want to listen to, but what is that? That is the other station moving in on this station that you're trying to listen to. Either you're going out of area or its power is dropping off and another source is over there broadcasting higher, whatever the case may be. That's what this stuff would be. And that's when manifestations can happen. Now, I have the big lines on the right because those are an idea of the higher frequencies. Okay. Now, the colors are the visible light spectrum to include some of the radio waves, x-rays, etc. All that, right? So yeah, hey everybody, welcome back. I saw Raven and Dorothy, welcome back. Thanks for coming by. I think I saw Shingoji in here earlier. Awesome. But I'm just going over some talking points before I get lost in the topic, right? Hey Samo, you're still here. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, you can see on the screen, you got the big lines on the right. They go farther and back, far, 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 far. Okay. Those are the higher frequencies. This is a rough two-dimensional representation of really a five-dimensional thing. So this is the best I got. I'm not going to get back into the five-dimension ideas because it's really, really hard to explain. And I don't know if I even know the words for it. So I'm just going to say those are the aliens that are doing good, I guess. They're dipping down from where they live. Can you see my mouse pointer on there? Somebody tell me if you can see the mouse pointer on the graphic or not, right? Can you see the mouse pointer on the graphic? Can anyone see the mouse pointer on the graphic? Right now it's in the bottom blue. You see mouse pointer. Okay, thank you, Wardove. All right, now over here on the right, these would be the ones that mainly live over here. Okay, these are representative only of an idea, not actual. All right, so they're dipping down. Let's talk about a Bigfoot encounter, right? They seem to appear and disappear. Same with Dogman. What are they? Why do physical weapons only have a limited effect on them? It seems to be that's the way because people have said they've shot these 9 foot tall dogmen and it stopped, like acted like what was going on. Oh man, what is this? So, uh, okay, yeah, Tim, you can call me Tim. um, but these guys, I'm going with the long lines because these are kind of the happy ones, right? The happy ones we want to see. These over here are the negative ones. Okay, these are the demons. These are the ones that live in this area. Now, again, this is not actual, this is just representative of an idea. All right. Now, when we see them and they fly away, disappear, they go back into a different frequency. They, in this case, lower their vibration to where they go away from here. Here is our reality, our bedroom, our backyard, our porch, whatever. Okay. So here is where we live. And see, it dips in right there. And every now and again, you get somebody who can dip back over, right? You can dip back over to the upper and lower frequencies. Okay. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. I did my best to make something graphically representative that we can all see and understand. And we all are at least passingly familiar with the EM spectrum. So you got, okay, anyway, I, there's a lot of us, there's, well, a few of us that live in this area, right? That can dip, well, we all live in this area, but we can dip our consciousness here and here. All right. So when we see, like, when I made my contact and I cold called the Mantis people, right? I'm going to put myself back on the screen. I was using, I don't know which way I was going. I don't know if I was going over here or over here. I just know that I knew who I was trying to get in touch with. So apparently it worked. Again, I don't know if I went up the scale or down, but the protocol worked. I thought of who I wanted to see exactly, precisely based on the information I had, and I got in touch. By the way, that was a really cool thing to happen, right? That is not them now. They did not text me just now. I don't think they have my number. Okay, so why this chart? Why am I showing this? Because the things that come around in this area and this area are both very foreign to us. We are not used to it. It's not a critter in the woods, desert, ocean that we can look up on Wikipedia, okay? They're not. You can look them up on Wikipedia and you can get a ton of information. However, it's all subject to opinion because there's no real scientific backing. Let's talk a little bit more about Bigfoot. Now, most of the Bigfoot researchers do not want to talk about the spiritual quantum elements, the energetic elements of the sightings. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this now because you get the idea, right? They live over here and they dip into our reality. They also live over there. They dip into our reality here. These would be the bad guys, I guess. And then here we are, just token along. Okay. So you get the point, right? I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and get myself back up on the screen. All right, Bigfoot. The Bigfoot people don't want to acknowledge the energetic or the spiritual aspects of these guys. They are there. And I've heard people, I listen to Meldrum talk about the adaptations and the feet and what the prints mean and everything. And he never once talked about an energetic thing. Why? And it's been brought up before. Why not use ghost hunting techniques to find traces of Bigfoot? Why not? They're all using hunting techniques, trail cameras, pit traps, bait. Okay, those are hunting techniques, right? To detect something. Tripwires, right? Why not use an EMF detector? Why not use infrared? Other people do use infrared. However, it seems like these guys, if they don't want to give off infrared, they don't. That's some more research I looked into about Bigfoot. Now let's talk about the demonic part of this. Why are they not demons? Well, I have yet to see a demon with a spaceship. Okay. Flat out, I've never seen a demon with a spaceship. I've never seen a demon with a wand like the guys in Hellier describe, right? I've never seen one abduct a person and do physical experiments on them. That I'd have never seen. I have seen demons torment people, get into their psyche, take over their bodies, which, yeah, I've seen this. Okay. That was a scary one. But I've never seen them talk about the future other than we're going to kill you all. Destruction, destruction. That's what I've seen, right? Aliens, if they talk at all in these accounts, right? I'm talking abductions and visitations. I'm not the scary stuff, right? Now, these are the reports I've read, heard firsthand, not experienced, but heard, and reports given to me. I will go to one report, the doctors in El Paso. They talk. They don't look like demons. They don't really look like humans, but we're fooled into thinking they look like humans. This is my interpretation of the accounts given to me by two different witnesses years and years apart. Three different witnesses years and years apart. And actually Michigan too. Okay? So, oh, Diane, you know what? Yeah, but it wasn't manifested. It was in somebody. Okay? I'm not really looking at the chat room. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this stuff out there, and I will be interacting more in a little while. Okay. Um, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get this out there, get my points across, right? And okay, now I did look up where this all come from. It come from Congress being on screen. Now, first of all, anything done on TV is meant to distract. It's all for entertainment purposes or distraction purposes or propaganda, psyops. Cue the psyop show. Okay. I did a show on the psyop, and it's part of it. Grush and Elizondo both lean towards their demons. Why? Okay. Why? Why do these things that come out of nowhere seem to be able to take us at will? Why are they being told they're demons? Well, I traced a lot of this back to the Vatican. I did. I traced a lot of this back to the Vatican, and not not both old and new reports, statements from the Vatican. Okay, let me see. What did I have up here? Here we go. And United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. That's from 2024. Angels or aliens. And Vatican says believe in God. Here's what I did. Vatican aliens. That's what I Googled on this one, right? And I got Robert Duncan from 2024, Angels or Aliens. Some researchers say Vatican archives hold UFO secrets. Well, we knew that. Okay, they do. Let me show that article here. It's going to be in the description after the show. And luckily, I have this stuff ready so I can just let me get myself out of here. And all over here. Now, this is from this is recent. This is one of the recent ones. Okay. Let me get over here and talk about it. Now this is, oh, look who's on there. Grush. Grush is on there. I know it's hard to read, so let me just zip through this and give you the Cliff Notes version. Vatican City, a group of scientists and researchers are seeking access to the Vatican apostolic archives to uncover information about UFOs and the paranormal, believing there may be traces amid the 50 miles of shells holding everything from handwritten papal notes to presidential missives. Okay. 2023, following Grush. Okay. Grush claimed Pope Pius the 12th back channel information to the United States about a crash UFO by fascist dictator Mussolini. I don't know where Grush got this information, says Marco Grilli, secretary to the prefect of the archives, told Catholic News Service June 11th. Okay, so there is let me stop sharing that. There is a Vatican connection right there. Okay, now I did another search. Let me get those up here, right? Ooh, I'm on fire, y'all. Not like a demon. I Googled Angels Are Demons Congress. That's what I did, right? All of it is Hugh Ross. It all comes from Hugh Ross, okay? And David Grush, Detroit Catholic. And let me see. A lot of it's videos, so I'm not going to do that. There are things in the Library of Congress. Let me see about, well, why did I do that? Okay, well, I can just go back. Okay, they call it Science as a Candle in the Dark. And this I will not be reading because it's very large. And I will show it. And link will be in the description after the show, right? Yeah, Raven, 50 miles. Yeah, 50 miles. Known, right? That's what's known. That's what people have been told. Thank you, Joe. Now, this is from, let me go ahead and, this is from Congress, The Demon Haunted World. It starts with demons, fairies, or spirits. Only now do we understand that it's aliens who've been diddling us all this millennia. Who wrote this? but but then why are there virtually no reports of flying saucers prior to 1947? That's a good question, right? Well, we just haven't gotten at that point, hadn't gotten our ability to comprehend these things. We filter our reality. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and get this link saved because I want to save it for after the show. So I can edit the description, right? All right. Now, let me get back here. So, yeah, let me just, you know what? Let's look at the titles, right? Library of Congress. That's what I just image once again. Demon Haunted World, Science as a Candle in the Dark. Right. Okay. And we got The Hill, which is right-wing Christian stuff. Wikipedia, which, who cares? Boone play music, haunted cosmos, aliens, demons, UFO, and Congress. That is a. I'm gonna grab that one too for reference. I want to listen to it. I just haven't. Apologia Radio. Why is that word being used? Right? Apologia, like apologist. And I did watch this other video, and let me see here. It was okay. The second one, CBN News. Well, that's Christian. Okay. And the first thing he says is, I became a UFO expert. Debunked. No such qualification exists. Okay. No such, it just does not. Because there's no, I can't go get a degree in ufology. Neither can nobody can. Okay. And, okay, Samo, let me talk to this, right? He said interdimensional only because they can walk through solid objects. Right. Interdimensional, also intervibrational. Let me give y'all that word here on the Quantum Show. Intervibrational. I'm going to type that in. They want buzzwords. We got the buzzwords here at the Quantum Show. Intervibrational. There it is right there. We got all we can make up words too and assign stuff. Intervibrational means from vibration to vibration, which is frequency, which is what we're talking about, which is energy is matter, which resonates on a frequency. Intervibrational. You heard it here on the Quantum Show. Okay. Okay. LA is saying apologia, formal written defense of one's opinions or conduct. Okay. An apologia for book banning. Okay. Understood. And I just, maybe that word makes me think of apologist. Like, I'm sorry for the sins of our ancestors. I didn't do them, but they did them. And they're not here, but I am. I don't go into that, right? So, and I am doing green tea because this is a heavy topic. And it's bound. I'm even making the buzzwords tonight. Intervibrational. Ooh boy. Heck yeah. And it's tea time. So, let me go ahead and stop sharing that. So, why demons? Well, they appear and disappear at will. They seem to going with aliens are demons, not actual demons. Because you know what? Those guys, forget it. That's a whole different world. All right. And these people are so scared that they're thinking that because Jesus stops it from happening, they must be demons because that's what Jesus does. No, Jesus does a lot of more stuff than that. I personally am not Christian, but I will defend their faith for them because they would do the same thing for me. Okay. As a respectful thing, as getting along with your neighbor, which is something is part of part of Christianity. Now it's fear. We are a species that grew up, evolved, having to survive. All right. We survived as a species, Neanderthals, the weather, the planet, animals. Okay. Let me talk about Neanderthals, right? Neanderthals could be considered demons of the woods. They would hide. They were fast. They were strong. They could see in the dark. And when you had a torch, like a fire torch, their eyes would glow because they suspect that they had the night vision where it would bounce more light into their retinas. So that is a good start for what is a demon and why do they look human? Because those guys, Neanderthals, looked very similar to modern humans, but they had big teeth, built bigger. It was Look at the skeletons of Neanderthals, okay? They were eating humans. They were hunting them and breeding with them and eating them. That is science. That is research. That happened, okay? I'm not going to quote a source because you can just look, every Google search is going to bring up Neanderthals and the history. Every science channel, history channel has done a really good coverage on what they understand about Neanderthals, their coexistence with modern man, and how they were perceived. They were demons for all intents and purposes. They seemed to be invisible, okay? They had glowing eyes. Does it sound familiar yet? Hold on. They came out of the woods, or they appeared to come out of nowhere. Sound familiar? Sounds kind of like Dogman and Bigfoot. Glowing eyes, check. Sometimes that's Dogman. Comes out of the woods like and goes back into the woods like they disappear. Check, check. And they can appear and disappear at will, or it seems like it. Check. They can both do that. Well, does that mean aliens are all Dogman and Bigfoot? Of course not. That's childish, simplistic inference. Bring it. If you want to argue with me on a religious level, bring it. Okay? We will do that. And I will. Okay, I'm not going to go into it right now. Breathe. What is in this tea? Yeah, Raven. If you look up Neanderthals, what they were doing with the humans that were present at the same time, they were mating with them, not by choice. Okay, they were taking the females to mate, they were taking the males to eat, and they were hunting them. They weren't exactly cannibals, because cannibals eat their own. Those were not human. They're Neanderthal. And they kind of bred themselves out of existence because, well, we absorbed them. We ran away. They were good at hunting and they were good at killing, apparently with their bare hands, because I haven't found any evidence of tools. But anyway, let me get back to it, right? Fearful, that's where our fear really comes from, is Neanderthals. I watched this thing. Does it tell me it makes sense, right? Tell me it makes sense to you. And if not, tell me why. Because okay, let's just leave Neanderthals out of it. How about tigers, lions, bears? Oh my, we're food for all of them if we're not careful. Those are apex predators, right? Even wolves, pack of wolves, take down a human easy. What's our advantage? Thumbs and guns. Okay. So there's another source of fear, leaving Neanderthals totally out of it. So you got this other thing. Let's look at them separate. Okay. Let's look at aliens who do abduct, contact, and it's really scary. Okay. That is fear coming from an ancient source within us. It is literally in our DNA to react with fear. So we use logic after we use fear. So we use logic to justify what's wrong with those. The shoot first, ask questions later. That is an adaptation. That is an adaptation. What we have done to not get eaten. You shoot first and you ask questions later, because everything up to now in our little mere history has tried to eat us. So we're scared of everything. It's literally in our DNA to be scared of everything, because everything in history has tried to eat us. Go to Australia. Everything there tries to eat you. Sometimes it can't, but it wants to, right? So that's why, and it's misinterpretation that aliens are demons. And these people in Congress, they are Christian basic fundamentalists. Okay. Christianity is a fear-based religion. Okay. All of it is. Christianity is a fear-based religion. And being a human with fear written in my DNA, I'm okay with that. I'm not calling them out for something bad. That's just the way it is. Like my hair is long and brown. It's not an accusation. It's the truth. See, there it is. It's brown and it's long. There, see, there it is. That's not, it's just a thing. I didn't choose the hair color. It chose me. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I didn't choose the hair color. That's my natural color. The length, I let it grow. But there's no reason to hold that against me. Just like I don't hold that against Christians because it comes from a familiar place. Okay. It really does. Being human, being bred with fear, I've been plenty scared. All of us have. Okay. And so when these things show up that can seemingly appear out of nowhere, take you, do things to you, make you forget, kind of, but you remember later, and you don't remember all the fear, and then you either experience it directly or you don't and you remember it later. Of course, we're going to react with fear because we don't understand what's happening. They're not, what is that? What is demonic about that? Did they spread their wings and flap around? No, they didn't. They just say they were going to destroy everything. That's what demons talk about. Demons talk about killing you. Oh man, my encounter, let me tell you, there was nothing about, I want to take you back to my realm. I'm going to make you my slave. Nothing like that. Nothing, not slave, but I'm going to make you my subject. I'm going to breed you. There was nothing like that. It was all talking about my family, trying to push every emotional button I got to make me insecure, scared, and unsure. And well, uh, I I've never heard of an alien encounter doing that. Okay, I've never heard of that. If you have, tell me about it. Right? Even uh, Whitley Strieber said they didn't really talk. They just did stuff. They weren't trying to scare him, but he was scared because he's a monkey just like me and you. We grew up scared of demons in the dark. What is all that? Every bear, lion, tiger, Neanderthal. That's what I mean. Everything has tried to eat us in the past, so we're gonna assume everything is gonna try to eat us now. If a ship lands, they're gonna try to eat us. And excuse me, Plan 9 or District 9, not Plan 9, not Plan 9, District 9. District 9, we ate them. And I, in the past, have said that these guys, the aliens that come down and they hide from us, all the encounters, non-encounters, but I've witnessed them walking around society. They're doing what we do to apex predators. They don't want to get eaten by us. Why do we hide ourselves among tigers, bears, lions? So we can see them the way they're going to act without us being there. That's why we hide amongst them. Duck blinds. We want to see what the duck's going to do. It's literally the name, right? Okay. And okay, when you have us knowing, okay, when you're in the room with a tiger and the tiger's in a cage, it's going to act different. We're going to act different. If we're in the room with a tiger and there is no cage, we're definitely going to act different. We're going to be no longer the apex of the race right there because we're scared deep down in our DNA, we're going to get eaten. Okay. I encourage everyone. Let's see, who's that? I encourage everyone to go to your zoo, local zoo, go to a display with lions, all right, or jaguars, big cat. Go to a big cat or I want to say display, big cat sanctuary where they live, right? Watch one get close. Feel. How do you feel? That's what we're bred to feel. We are evolved to do that. It is, like I said, it is literally in our DNA. Everything's going to eat us because everything literally has eaten us. Mm. Alrighty then. And let me see. Let me go back over what little notes I got. Okay, evolution, survival, misunderstanding, turning to Jesus because it gives a sense of community and the hive mind that we don't really know how to access directly is there. You call on Jesus to banish something, it works because we're using our hive mind that we're just starting to figure out how to use again. And it is a very powerful, much loved source touch. But these predators or things that want to get us cannot deal with that kind of frequency coming at them. They like, nope, wrong house or something, right? Because when let me take a breath here. You see, I'm getting wound up about this. I've been thinking about this all week long. And man, there's a lot to this. But all the aliens or demon stuff is based on fundamental Christian. Congress, just because they're in Congress doesn't mean they're not. We're the crazy ones. They're the ones running the country saying demons from outer space. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Now I will go look in the chat and see what all's been said, right? No local zoo. How about a high school? Sure, they're predatory. And Aussie, hey, welcome back, Aussie. There's a big cat safari here in Australia. Do they tell you to stay in your car because they will eat you? They will eat people. Yes, they're used to having people around, but they know what they got and they know what you are. Because just like in our DNA, it's to be scared food, it's in their DNA to be primary hunters and gonna kill scared food. Okay. Right. If you exactly, it doesn't matter if the threat has been removed. You happen once, you're always going to think that thing is like that. Right. And talking about the tigers, you get frozen with fear. Yeah. Yeah. You get frozen with fear. Fight or flight. That is the middle ground. Yeah. And then you wet yourself. Yep. That is actually, that's a survival mechanism. Right. That's to shed baggage to get you ready to move. And just like on Doctor Who says, fear is a superpower. You run faster, you jump higher, you run farther, you jump and run, and you last a long time. All oh man, let me tell you. Um, I've been so scared like that. Okay, with a tiger. There was a tiger and there was a bear. You know what stopped happening? My knees stopped hurting. My back was good. I did not have no problems getting the fuck out of there. Okay. I did not know. I had no problem. When you're so scared, your adrenaline goes up and it like rejuvenates you so you can get the hell out of there. Okay. That and right. Okay. The vehicles have cages on them. All right. I was thinking of something else where they let the people drive their own cars in there. They say stay in your vehicles, but some idiots get eaten by lions every now and again. And okay, yeah, yeah. I don't know the relevance, but yes, you're correct. Simulation theory. And let me see. Let me scroll up. Eating them. Yep. Okay. Diane had to go. Talk to you later. And let me see. They were your ogres. I was talking about Neanderthals. Yes, they were our ogres. They were demons. They were demons. And people who didn't know any better, they were demons. If the shoe fits, for all intents and purposes, they were demons. Okay. All right. Uh Sounds like a rock band, Thumbs and Guns. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does. It does. Okay, let me see here. Samo saying sounds like Papua New Guinea. They used to eat their enemy. Okay. And uh, Tim is saying, don't trust anyone that can fit you in their mouths. Right. Like a tiger or a lion. You fit nicely. Okay. You fit a bear. You fit very nicely. Whales, sharks. Don't go there. And let's see. Right. But where does that even come from? I heard someone say the fear of the unknown. What's around that rock? What's hiding in the shadow? Where does that fear come from? Everything that's tried to eat us throughout our entire existence. Okay. There's still things that eat monkeys. Where do we come from? We come from the monkeys. We're evolved from monkeys. Okay. I'm looking. Aussie was saying the vehicles have cages on. Yeah, I think I'm catching up right now, right? And okay. And Samo says, no, not just sit in the car, but have car moving. Right. Don't, you don't want them. They don't want you to hurt the cats by running them over or hitting them, but they won't get close unless you stop. I think that's what I saw. Right. Because they like to hide, they like to not, they like to sit in the shadows. And if it's cold or if they like sit in the sun or sit in the shade, you know, but yeah, so yeah, we're evolved to be scared. And why do they say they're demons? Because it's in our DNA to think they're demons because of Neanderthals and Christianity. They were demons to Christians. They modernized it. Well, in their modern, right? They're modern. I'm talking like 10th century, right? Um, the the stories persisted from their families on. Beware the dark. And because those guys could see in the dark, they had in night vision. We don't have night vision. Wish we did, but we don't. Cats have night vision. Mm. And yeah, but that's why aliens are not demons. Okay, they're not because they seem supernatural. We don't understand the science they're using. We're locked up in a box of physics. They're outside that box. We're in here. They're not necessarily in here. They can go. Where am I at? I will refer back to this graphic. They can traverse somehow. We don't see now. That's something we don't understand. We don't know how the going with UFOs now, not demons at all. We don't know how they can appear and disappear and move people through walls, talk to people at all. How did I do it? Who was out there to listen to me? I didn't make that up. You know what you can't make up? Static. Okay. I was not able to make it up because it gave me so much jumbled information. This person, right, that I was talking to, very nice, appeared to be uh, following some kind of social rules, social conditioning, not conditioning, but behavior of dealing with an approaching stranger. They were not scared. I decided not to be scared. I had to make the conscious decision not to be scared. And oh, Lynn, cats are demonic. Oh my God. Well, then cats are my favorite little demons, I'll tell you. Okay. Hey, I'm Cole. Welcome back to the Quantum Show. Right. He is saying there are some entities you could consider demons, but there's no way to tell for sure what they are because we don't have any way to gauge them. We don't have anyone telling us what they are. If they told us, would we understand the words coming out of their mouths? I don't think we would because, oh, try explaining how to drive to your cat. They're not going to get it. Well, cats, they might. I've been seeing cats pull off some pretty cool stuff. Have y'all seen that skateboarding dog, Gregory? Oh, I love that dude. I think his name is Gregory. But anyway, Cole says there's some entities you can consider demons. Right. For all intents and purposes. For all intents and purposes, aliens can be demons because we're scared of what we can't see. Right back to apex predators eating us throughout our existence. It's bred into us to be scared. All right. And we don't we don't have the technology to be able to gauge it. My multimeter does not detect demons or aliens, okay, that I'm aware of. I don't know how to use it for that. I don't think there's a gauge I can buy on Etsy or Etsy. What am I talking about? On Temu to know that's what it is. Is it a ghost or is it a electrically noisy light bulb? Will we ever know? You know? Hey, Pinky Leader, welcome back. Okay, we got Shin. I saw you earlier. Wendigo is considered a demon, but it's a subspecies of Sasquatch in Native American history. Right. We don't that is why it's considered a demon because we don't know what it is. Sasquatch, same fear we have for Neanderthals carried over in our DNA, right? And right, but it preys on people. It is a predator. So we think, what? What is that? It must be a demon. It's not a demon. Okay. Yeah, this is the logic I'm hearing from Congress. Aliens can be demons, demons can be aliens unless they're not. That's the exact kind of thought that Congress is giving. Ugh. Makes no sense. It's circular illogic. So, yeah, that is why demons and yes, let me get this chart down. I hope you enjoyed my little presentation with the explanation of frequency, where we live, where they live, and how we can both dip into each other's realms back and forth. And really, this should be vertically, like it should be twisted 90 degrees right there. But it's what I had. It's derivative of another thing I found. Okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing that. Hope you enjoyed it. I like doing it. I thought that was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. I would like tea. Need to calm down and get myself wound up. I have had coffee all day long. Oh, let me see what is Pinky saying. Hey guys, we still on Sasquatch? We could be, and it's not spelled like that, but that's okay. I saw what I thought was one on the Long Lake, what something causeway. Is that a waterway? I'm sure you saw something, and I'm sure it could have been Bigfoot. It totally could have been because they got. Is that a waterway? Causeway? Is that a waterway? Ponchachar train. I don't know where you're at, Pinky. And on the Long Lake, it's a waterway. Louisiana Causeway. Okay, you're in Louisiana. I don't know what a causeway is. Is that a waterway? Is that where water is? I'm going with yeah. So yeah. Oh, Long Bridge on I-10. Okay, thank you. And Aussie is like He's not scared of the lions and the tigers. The only thing that scares me are other people driving, right? And let's see here. Samo is saying on regarding real or not is also not a case of having a vision or hallucination vibrationally. They cause us to experience it that way, semi-real. Right. Our brains are computers that use frequencies of electronic, like just like electronics, of basically frequencies of light, electrical impulses. When you get something that changes the scale, that gets through our shielding and changes the scale of things, you have weird things happen, right? That's okay, Pinky. Thank you, though. And well, it wasn't really a hangout session, really, Samo. I did a presentation and explanation. Y'all were hanging out. That's cool. The hangout session is kind of on the panel. And yeah, so I think it's been an hour. This has been the Quantum Show. UFOs are not demons. The next time you meet up with a demon, ask him to see ask to see his spaceship. And the next time you see a UFO, ask him, "Do you want to make me feel bad about myself?" They're both going to have unexplained they're not going to do that, right? Have you Let's talk about demons and aliens and Hollywood, right? Now, I don't mean the actors and the whole conspiracy bullshit. I don't mean that right now. I'm talking about horror movies. Okay. I've never seen an alien spin his head around in a circle and barf. Okay. I've never seen an alien bleed from his eyes and be okay with it. On the other side of things, I've never seen a demon walk through a wall and take you with it to a spaceship or somewhere else or a room full of hybrids that have spotted skin. Never, never, never. They act different ways just because they're scary. That's an irrational, literally irrational. But here's the ironic part about our fear and rationality. It is rational to be fearful because everything wants to eat us. So says our DNA. It is irrational because now we have higher logic, higher thinking, and we are able to work past that if we can work past that. So it's rational to have that kind of don't eat me fear, don't kill me fear. But it's irrational at the same time because now we've developed higher thinking, higher modes of thought. So we're not worried about uh being eaten quite so much. All right. And yeah, I had a couple other things. Tucker Carlson was talking about it. Tucker, bro, I don't know what you're doing. You're doing good work on some things, but stay out of demonology. Stay out of ufology, okay? You're not. I don't think you're helping much. You're doing what Lou was doing. You're being a bandwagon dude. Don't do that, please. The SALT conference, Carl Well. People cannot comprehend contact. We are what you call set in our ways. And this is the disclosure, right? We're so set in our ways that if we're scared and don't like other people's cultures here on Earth, okay? What if we meet up with a culture from out there that have none of our values in mind? We're kind of products of our environment. So are they, but they're in a different environment. We're not us, right? We're not in a we don't know what they have to go through. Like aliens that can't breathe oxygen. Um our atmosphere will kill them. Well, likewise, a methane atmosphere would kill us. A carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide atmosphere would kill us in minutes. But there is speculation that there are life forms out there, whether they are spacefaring or not, I don't know, right? That uh that is their atmosphere, and they thrive in it. They come here, oxygen, nitrogen rich, they get sick from it. They can't do it, right? All of this has been done in Star Trek. Every single bit of it, from the Neanderthals and SG-1, Stargate SG-1. Okay. Woo. Oh, Pinky, you're talking about. It's even weirder when you see an apparition and are not scared because it leaves fewer variables for hallucination. Yeah, yeah. Being not scared is the key to beginning to understand this stuff. You got to refuse that instinctual, built-in, hard-coded fear. Get past it. Trust. If this is your connection to source, trust Jesus. Whatever is out there, it's probably not demons. If it's not possessing you, it's probably not a demon. And I'm at first, Pinky, I misread what you said over here. Okay. I saw fever. Well, when we get a fever, yeah, our machines are out of spec and acting out of limits, right? Out of specification. But I get psychic so much. I get so psychic, right? Right. And Tim is saying being not scared is the key to everything, really. You know what? It's only our ego that comes with these bodies that keeps us scared. And the people who are saying demons are aliens are demons, they're the ones, let me tell you, they're scared too, because they don't understand it. The people who are saying this stuff, they're not very smart in the paranormal. They might be smart in managerial and paperwork and signing things, but they're leaders. They defer to other managers to deal with the stuff that they don't understand. I don't think any of these politicians really understand fuel. I think they see money, and that's what they understand. They understand money. So fear is money. I get money is fear. Fear is good. Whoa, what? Okay. All right. Y'all, that has been the Quantum Show. And why aliens are not demons. They are not. I will die on this hill. Aliens are not demons. Just because, oh boy, right? If you have a bull, one more simple assertion, simple comparison for people who still are thinking aliens are demons are aliens. If you have a bowl marked dog food, this is for dog, this is dog food, and a raccoon eats out of it, that raccoon is not a dog because it used the dog bowl. It's a raccoon that ripped off the dog bowl. Okay. It's a irrational, fear-based inference. And I'll say it right here. It's based on our evolution of everything trying to eat us for eons. Okay. That is all of us. God is an alien, he says. We're all aliens. Okay. Sure. Talking about the raccoons, unless they are dogs, they are not dogs. Right. And okay. Yeah. I'm going to. Oh, right. Check it out. If people saw the thermal image of humans 300 years ago, they would most likely assume demons. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Yeah. And they would. It's irrational. It's based on fear, based on damn Neanderthal, living with Neanderthals. That is the craziest thing ever. That is not. Aliens texting me. I know you probably didn't hear it. Oh, hold on. Definitely not aliens. Um, but okay, that's Quantum Show, y'all. Thanks for coming out. This has been a pretty good one. I've delivered quite a nice case of why aliens are not demons and demons are not aliens. They both exist. They're not interchangeable. We're just monkey brained enough to be scared of them the same way. So we lump them in this big scary category that if it can eat us, it must be demons. Thanks. I think I've done a pretty good. I had a presentation, I had links, I had articles. All this stuff will be available after the show in the description. Keeping it quantum. Thank you, Aussie. Hell yeah. And I wore my alien shirt specifically for this, right? I wore this alien shirt specifically for tonight's show. Thanks, everybody. Whew, 111 and some change. And what do I say at the end of it? What do I say at the end of it? First coffee break, yeah, but then I go pushing buttons because we are out, guys. Check for the panel. PM me if you want to be a part of this because this is a very divisive topic, right? And we are pushing buttons. I'm out. I'm gonna swap out. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'm not done with the tea because I heated this thing up and it's a big fat mug. It stayed hot, stayed warm. All right. And thank you, Samo. Yes, sir. Join us in a few for the panel show. About 20, 30 minutes, give or take. All right. Pushing buttons. I am out of here. Keeping it quantum. I am pushing all those buttons.